Have you ever been so tired you felt like you could sleep for a week? Well, today we're talking about a creature that takes that idea to a whole new level. It has mastered the art of the long nap in the most unbelievable way. So let's pull back the shell on this mystery.
That's right, 3 full years. That is how long a snail can potentially sleep. It's just a mind-boggling number that seems to defy everything we think we know about the basic needs of life. I mean, no food, no water, just stillness. So, the big question is, how on earth is this possible? Is it some kind of biological miracle? How can a living creature just hit the pause button on life for that long and then simply wake up? It's time to find out. Okay, so to really understand this incredible ability, we first have to get one thing straight about what's actually happening when a snail goes down for its super long rest. So here's the crucial point. This isn't sleep in the way you and I think about it, that nightly cycle of rest and repair. No, this is something way more extreme. It's a deliberate, programmed shutdown. You can think of it as a superpower honed over millions of years to literally cheat death. But of course, every superpower has a secret origin. And for the snail, the explanation is this fascinating biological mechanism that allows it to enter a very unique survival mode. The scientific name for this state is estivation. You can kind of think of it as hibernation's warm weather cousin. It's a state of deep dormancy, but instead of being triggered by cold, it's a direct response to life-threatening heat and drought. Activating this survival mode is a very deliberate three-step process. First, the snail retreats deep into its shell, its own personal bunker. Next, it creates a custom door, secreting a mucus shield called an epiphragm that hardens to seal the entrance. This is brilliant. It locks precious moisture in and keeps the dangerous dry world out. And then, the final step is the most dramatic. It basically throws a master switch, and its entire metabolism begins to power down. And on the inside, the shutdown is almost total. The snail's heart might beat just a few times a minute. Respiration slows down so much it's barely even detectable. Its entire metabolism grinds to a halt, which reduces its need for energy to almost nothing. For all intents and purposes, it's in a state of suspended animation. And this brings us to a really key distinction. While both estivation and hibernation are forms of dormancy, it all comes down to the trigger. Hibernation, which we see in animals like bears, is a strategy for surviving the cold and lack of food in winter. Estivation is the snail's answer to the exact opposite problem, surviving blistering heat and deadly drought. But why would any creature need such an extreme ability? Well, the answer, as it so often is in biology, lies in the environment. This isn't just a neat party trick. It is a life or death necessity. For a snail, which needs moisture to survive and move, these conditions are basically a death sentence. When the sun is beating down, the ground is completely dried up, and food disappears, the snail has two choices: perish or disappear until the world is livable again. Estivation is what allows snails to conquer some of the planet's most unforgiving habitats, from arid deserts to regions with really sporadic, unpredictable rainfall. They simply wait out the bad times, sealed securely in their shells. This incredible ability isn't just a biological curiosity, though. When we look closer, the snail's long sleep offers some pretty profound lessons and even points towards some amazing future scientific breakthroughs. This idea really challenges our entire perception of time. We humans live by the clock, right? By the rising and setting of the sun. The snail proves that life doesn't have to follow our rhythm. It can wait, it can pause, and then simply pick up right where it left off, whether that's a month or years later. And this has huge implications. Scientists are actually studying estivation to understand how to safely lower metabolism. I mean, just imagine the possibilities. Preserving organs for much longer before a transplant, developing treatments for metabolic disorders, or, and this is wild, even finding ways to put astronauts into a state of stasis for long journeys to other planets. All of these ideas are inspired by the humble snail. So, as we wrap up, let's consider the ultimate message hidden inside that sealed shell. It's a quiet but really powerful lesson in resilience. In a world that is obsessed with speed, with hustle, and with constant activity, the snail offers a different model for success. It teaches us that sometimes the greatest strength doesn't lie in moving forward, but in having the endurance to hold perfectly still and just wait for the right moment.
And that's the thought I want to leave you with. The snail's 3-year sleep is a stunning reminder that the natural world is full of extraordinary solutions and hidden wisdom. It makes you wonder, what other superpowers are hiding out there in plain sight, patiently waiting for us to notice?